Okay, time for the top set on Zerchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To be honest with you, my legs are strong enough. They just hurt. They honestly, Zerchers, they just hurt. But I love them. It's a weird one. I love them. Really good for posterior chain. Just overall brutal strength. Fires your upper back, teaches you how to brace, and obviously you're getting the leg work in as well. Wish me luck. Oh, man. Looks like fun. Work set coming up. 300 kilos on the axle. Deficit. Pretty thick bumper plates, to be fair. I'm just going to get as many reps as I can, whatever that is. Don't honestly know. Last exercise for the day. Wish me luck. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, Lindsay, yes, Robin. Check. Yeah. That was fun. Whew. All right, that's the end of the workout. That was a doozy at the end, we'll say, 300 kilos. To finish off with on a deficit deadlift. Maybe not the smartest thing, but hey, I never can't claim to be the brightest of guys. All right, so that was basically my squat support day. Those of you who have seen my recent video on training and training principles, you'll know that I divide my workouts into 3 basic movements. I have a kind of push movement, I have a pull or a hinge movement, and I have a squat movement, like a leg move, whatever. So, and then within those workouts, I divided into 3 subcategories. So workout 1 will be, so I'm taking legs for instance, workout 1 will be just working up to a heavy squat. It might be a heavy set of 5, a heavy triple, heavy double, not singles too much, but heavy double, heavy triple, set of 5, something like that. Workout B will be a kind of bodybuilding style workout, leg press, hamstring curls, much higher rep range, normally anywhere 10 reps, nothing less than 10 reps, but 10 all the way up to about 30 reps, drop sets, supersets, giant sets, pre-exhaust, post-exhaust, all these sort of bodybuilding techniques and things that you'd throw in. And then today is a very important day because I like to be strong, ultimately. Having a physique and all that kind of stuff is a bonus, but I just like to be strong, I like to be functional, I like to be fit. And because I'm old, it is important to be strong and it is important to be fit. So this workout is all about supporting my squat, my main workout. And I ordinarily choose around 3 movements that will basically support it. So I started off today with Zercher squats. What I find is they are absolutely wonderful for bracing. They are great for core activation. They teach your body not to fold over because you are constantly, they hurt like I don't know what, but you're constantly being dragged forward. So it makes you stay upright. If you don't stay upright, your arms will unfold and it will just drop out your arms. So it just teaches you to stay tight. It teaches you to brace. It teaches you to engage your core. It teaches you to stop your shoulders and everything rounding forwards and all those good things. And they're just cool. And they just involve a lot of strength. And ultimately, I want to be pretty strong. And the only thing I'd say with Zerchers is they hurt. They hurt like I don't know what. I put on my neoprene elbow sleeves, which I've still got on now. And then I put some wraps on top of them and it didn't do anything, it just hurt. So initially I was starting doing them paused. And then I thought, nah, forget that, it just hurt too much. So I worked up to a reasonable weight. I think it was 220 for a set of 5. Which is okay. I've hit my max on it is 260, but sometimes you have to kind of weigh up the benefits as opposed to the things that might hurt you. You know, you have to weigh up the pros, you have to weigh up the cons, and Zerchers for max singles and max doubles and things, they can take their toll on you. So you just have to find a happy medium. But even so, 220 for 5, I was happy with that. Next, I went on to box squats. Now, I absolutely love box squats. I set the bench to around parallel, thereabouts. I hadn't got my protractor out, but it was in the region of parallel. And the idea of those is I took a reasonably controlled descent. I wasn't necessarily counting the negative, but I take it down under control. I sit back, I pause, and then I rock out of it. So it's teaching you how to control the descent, and it's eliminating that sort of momentum, that like kinetic chain or whatever you want to call it. So I would sit down, pause, and then get out of the hole reasonably explosively. And I worked up to 300 kilos, I think it was. I can't remember. It was either 260 or 300 kilos. I don't honestly remember. I'll tell you afterwards. I'll put it down here somewhere. But yeah, let's call it 300 kilos. So 300 kilos for around 5 reps. Again, not too bad. I do throw in box squats quite a lot. Now, there are other ways of doing them. Some people like to do them sort of like in a touch and go style, just to kind of teach depth. But I've done that style before, but to be honest with you, I find this style for me most effective. And that's the kind of thing I get a fair few of my clients doing as well. And then I finished off with deficit deadlifts. So the deficits were kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. because I use deficits quite a lot, but I either throw them in on my pull support day or I throw them in on my squat support day, because it involves a lot of the same kind of musculature. Again, very posterior chainy, even though I was getting leg drive as I would with a conventional deadlift, it just activates your glutes and your hamstrings a lot more. So it's a really good sort of hinge support movement. I stood on a pair of bumper plates, which were pretty thick. They're just behind me. I would say they're probably in the region of 2 inches. So I was on somewhere around a 2-inch deficit. And my goal there was to just work up to, I thought I would have 300 in me, at least 260. I wasn't 100% sure, but I knew I wanted at least 260, but I got 300. And that's where it's important to sometimes be instinctive. And you guys hopefully have seen on some of my other videos, I say, don't be a slave to the program. I knew what I wanted to do and I had a rough idea of the weights I wanted to get, but you have to be instinctive. You have to listen to your body. If you've got more in the tank, use it. If you haven't, don't. And I find that works quite well for me. It's quite a simple rule. Now, don't get me wrong, you have your percentages and what have you if you are, working up to a competition or whatever like that. I absolutely understand that. And in those instances, don't deviate from the program. But if you are just a big lump like me who is just lifting heavy stuff in his back garden, or you're just a recreational lifter down the gym who likes to go in and get it done and work hard, do not worry about the program all the time. It is nice to just follow your instincts. As I said, I knew at the start of the workout roughly where I wanted to get to, but if I'd done Zerchers and I'd got to 3 plates, like 140 kilos, 180 kilos, and I didn't feel like I'd got any more in me, I wouldn't do any more. I would stop. And in the same way with the deficit deadlifts, I knew at the start of the workout I would probably be good for 260, and then I pulled 260 for a single. Again, I was very instinctive on that. So because I knew I wanted to get at least 260, I got to the 260. And then I picked it up and I knew straight away, I just did it for a single, I knew straight away 260 felt comfortable. So there was no point in me doing that for absolute max reps. So when I would be probably letting myself down a little bit because I could do more. So I literally did 260 for a single and put it down. And then I said, you know what, have a go at 300, see what you've got. And in the end, what was it, 8 reps, 10 reps, something like that. So which was really good. I've done 300 kilos for 15 reps as a max, what you say, just a standard deadlift on the axle. So 10 reps, pulling it 2 inches further, I'll absolutely take that at the end of a workout as well. So it shows that something's going on with what I'm doing at the moment anyway. Right, I'm going to leave it there. So as always, massive thank you to everyone who takes the time to comment on this old man's videos. It's great having this like back and forth with all of you guys. Robin Muirhead, Mohammed, Jube, username unknown, Happy Limpets, Ego Lifts Daily, loads of you, KG, I think there was Lewis Humphreys, Fuller Strength, loads of you. So if I've missed anyone, please don't be offended. I'm old and I'm probably got dementia and forgetting things, but you get the idea. What I'm saying is I really do appreciate your kind words and the time you take out of your day to comment on this old man and his videos. It's really nice of you, so it means a lot. My videos don't get a massive amount of views because the algorithm doesn't like me all that much. But what's happening is those people who do see my videos are actually really liking them because the comment ratio is really, really high. It's like sort of 1 in 3 people is commenting or clicking like and stuff like that, which is really cool. So something's obviously going on. And as I said, this is just a little passion project for me. My channel's tiny. I've got a small footprint on YouTube, but you know, it's a nice little corner, and it's nice to see that there are a few of us who are all like-minded, who just like to lift weights and have a bit of a chat afterwards about lifting weights. And you know, and that's pretty much it, because you know, training is a wonderful thing, absolutely wonderful thing. Anyway, you guys take care. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit notifications, and all that good stuff. Yeah, and I will speak to you soon.